Today the AFL released the 2016 fixture. I know how important that is to all Collingwood supporters. The way we look at the fixture is in two parts: how it's going to affect the fans, but then also how it's going to affect our football program. And if I start with the fans, I've got to say I think this is a really fan-friendly fixture and scheduling for us. Certainly the most fan-friendly I've seen in the last few years, which is great news. Including 11 of our first 14 games is being played at the MCG, and I know the Collingwood supporters love getting along to the MCG. And of the 17 games that we play in Melbourne, 14 will be at the MCG. It's really important. It's good timing because the club's going to be releasing an extra 1,000 premium seating on level 2 for members to access as well. So good timing for that, with so many big games being played at the MCG this year. And we also know how important the timing of the games is as well. So we've been working with the AFL about getting those really prime times where everyone can come along. We want to see those big crowds come back. Also really important for families that we get the timing right as well. So when we look at those prime times, 16 of our games this year are what I would class, based on your feedback, as prime time. Friday nights, 5 games. Saturday afternoons, 4 games. Saturday night, 5 games, and then of course we've got the 2 big blockbuster games of Anzac Day and Queen's Birthday on Monday public holidays. So 16 games that are in the prime times that everyone can get along to. So it'd be great to see everyone sign up for their memberships, get along to the games, come along to the MCG and watch those games. And when we talk about blockbusters, and that's what we love those big crowds against the big teams and the big rivalries. So apart from Anzac Day and Queen's Birthday, we've also got 2 games against Richmond and 2 games against Carlton. Traditional rivals, we always get big crowds. Doesn't matter how the teams are going, we look forward to those games. The players do, I know the supporters do as well. And of course then we've got Hawthorn, West Coast, Geelong, Fremantle, Port Adelaide, all big blockbuster games at the MCG over the season. So all being said, from a fan perspective, it's a pretty good schedule. So from a football's perspective, I think Bucks and the players will be very happy with this fixture. And you know, as we've already said, 14 games at the MCG. The players love the MCG, the big crowds. Most of the games we're going to play there are going to be blockbusters. So that's great for the players. They enjoy the energy that's created by those big games, and make sure you keep on cheering the boys on. I think it's a really important part of the fixture, the fact that the last 6 games are all in Melbourne. So that means that we don't have disrupted schedules based on travel. 6 games in Melbourne as we lead into the finals is a real bonus. But we played 2 games against 5 teams. So the way that that's all set up is, of the top 6 teams of how they finished last year, we play one of those teams, which is West Coast, and we play them twice. Of the mid 6, we play Richmond and the Western Bulldogs twice, and of the bottom 6 of the 2015 season, Carlton and Melbourne we play twice. So again, I think that scheduling works really well for us. And from a travel perspective, and the players and coaches actually quite enjoy the interstate travel as they travel as a unit. We got a pretty good record, but the way that it's actually spaced through the season, I think, is something that won't unsettle our program and will work really well for us. So from a total club perspective, I think it's a really good fixture. I think it's going to be great for the fans for all the reasons that we've talked about, but also I think this fixture, combined with the recent successful trade period where we brought in some really good experienced talent, is going to allow us all as a club to hopefully achieve the ambitions we have for next year. So it's about being back, playing in the finals. The players want to be playing finals footy. We know that you want to be coming along and watching finals footy. And I think with all the components that this now falls into place, we've got every chance of experiencing that success again. So internally, we're very happy with the fixture and the plans for next year. Hopefully you're just as excited and as happy with the fixture.